So Evo Japan is finally here, guys. The weekend is finally here. Now we all know what my channel is based on, so let's get to it. Last Friday, I ran a poll asking the question, when it comes to BB Tag at Evo Japan, what are people most excited for when it comes to the tournament? Now, it was just shy of 100 votes, but even still, let's go ahead and look at what I got. An overwhelming 81% of the people who answered my poll said they only care about the announcements. I cannot say I fully fault anyone for thinking this way, though. After all, we did get the full patch notes that are active in the arcade version, which of course means that the tournament will be played on an outdated version of the game. Back to the announcement portion though. I must say I am all the way with you guys. I too am only interested in the announcements, as I personally am feeling a bit burnt out from the game without any of the new characters. Because the game has entered the stage where people are either playing what wins with little effort on their part, or just experimenting with various teams. I myself being the latter, with just experimenting with various different teams. This said, if there is no announcement, the game in its current state will cause people to walk away, as the meta has made the game very bland in a few ways. I mean, when it comes to the patch, it really only killed the most impressive assist, being Gordeau. However, if my prediction is correct, he'll just be traded in for Hyde because Hyde was bugged beyond belief. As such, the tier hordes, if that's your preferred term you want to use, will just drop him and claim it's too hard to play Gordeau now. Look, let me just say it now. I don't care if you're a tier horde per se, but don't pretend that you magically fell in love with Hyde after you saw the patch notes and Gordeau got murdered. Because if you weren't looking for a replacement before those patch notes, you're just spouting nonsense. The most the patch will do is just shake up the meta, honestly, so teams containing Gordeau will most likely swap him out for Hyde. I wouldn't be surprised if we began to see more Mitsuru Hyde teams, to be honest. With this all said though, I do not think the patch alone will save Tag without the new DLC. Patches keep the hardcore players around, but not the casuals. They don't keep people who are tired of waiting. And let's face it, as the poll showed, clearly people are tired of waiting. With this in mind, the only announcement I do expect this weekend is the announcement of when the patch will roll out to consoles. Now let me explain why this is a good thing and where I get this from. As Ark said with the arcade announcement, the new characters will be coming to the arcade version. Since the arcade version already has the patch data, it stands to reason that there may be some data for the new characters in said patch. You see, like any patch that is rolled out for any game, the patch has to have new data in it, since I think it stands to reason that the new characters may have some code in this patch. So if we get no announcements besides the patch, I would say wait and see what gets pulled from the data mines after the patch has actually been applied to the game. Which means if Ark won't give us any information, we'll find it out on our own. The sad thing is I hope this doesn't happen, but at the same time, it's a real possibility. So let's tough it out and see what this weekend holds for us. If there's no announcements, will you be dropping the game? If so, what are you going to be playing? Let me know in the comments below.
Long live the king.